Hi, and welcome to Body Metrix, the show that teaches you practical ways to incorporate healthy nutrition principles into your busy lifestyle. My name is Adrienne, and I'm a registered dietitian. Most of my patients want quick, easy recipes, and this one will not disappoint. Today, for our episode, we are going to be making rice and bean bowls with corn and avocado crema. Now, this is a 5-star recipe in my house because 5 out of 5 of my kids will eat it. So I figure if I can get all of my kids to eat it, you may have good luck in getting some of your family members to eat it too. I actually got this recipe from this cookbook. It's an American Test Kitchen cookbook, the complete cookbook for young chefs. I purchased this for my one son for Christmas, and I'm telling you, the recipes do not disappoint. They're really easy to follow, and they're also really tasty. So if you're looking for a good idea on how you can get your kids to eat better or get them more involved in the kitchen, I highly recommend this book. So for this recipe, you will need 1 ripe avocado, 6 tablespoons of water, a 1/4 cup of cilantro leaves, 2 tablespoons of lime juice, 2 tablespoons of sour cream, salt and pepper, 2 cans of black beans, 1 cup of long grain rice, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1½ cups of corn, 1 onion peeled and chopped, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 2 cups of vegetable broth, and some pico de gallo or salsa for garnish. All right, so to start, we are going to make the avocado crema. And this is so good. I'm so excited for you guys to try this. To a food processor, we're going to add our avocado. To that, we'll add some water, cilantro, salt, sour cream. It's so much faster when you get all the ingredients pre-measured. And then finally, we need about 2 tablespoons of lime juice. So that's roughly 1 lime. I'm always a fan of using fresh lime juice or lemon juice right from the fruit versus buying the juice at the store. It just has a more intense flavor. That's about good there. And our second lime. So I don't know about you, but my family loves Mexican. So this is a really fun dish to make. What I also like about this is it's vegetarian. We don't eat vegetarian meals a lot because my family likes meat. They like chicken and fish, but it's important that we eat some vegetarian meals, not only for ourselves or our health, but also for the environment. So this is an easy one you can incorporate. If you ever heard of Meatless Mondays, this would be a good recipe to have for that. All right, so all my ingredients are in here. I'm just going to pulse it until it's all mixed together. Okay, so now that all the ingredients are incorporated together, put that in my sink. I'm basically just going to take this out. You can mix this to your desired consistency. So I like this. It's a little, with the cilantro, more flakes of cilantro versus having it mixed really finely, but this is how I enjoy it. Let me grab a spoon here. Now, the first time we made this recipe, my son Parker was helping me out, and we tried to put the cream in a Ziploc bag and turn it into a piping bag, and that did not work. So I do not recommend that. It's better just to put this right into a bowl and spoon it over the top of your burrito bowl. Okay, so now that we have our avocado crema, it's now time for the cooking portion. Now we're on point for making our burrito bowl. Now the first thing we want to do is put our corn in a saute pan, and we're just going to heat that up. So I'm just going to set that over some low heat and let it do its thing. Next, we're going to make the base for our rice and black bean bowl. So the first thing we're going to do is heat up about a tablespoon of olive oil, a little bit less, and just get the pan warm. Once it's ready to go, we're going to add our chopped onions. Now you can chop these onions as fine as you'd like. I usually just do a rough chop. My whole family likes onions, so they don't freak out if they see chunks of onions in their food. To that, we're going to add our cumin. And a little bit of salt. It smells so good in here already. And we're basically just going to cook this down for about 5-6 minutes until the onions are nice and soft. Okay, so once our onions are nice and soft, next it's time to add the rest of the ingredients. So we're going to add our rice, our black beans. Now, before you add these beans, make sure you rinse and drain them really well. We want to get all that sodium off. And finally, our vegetable broth. Now you could also use water here, but using a vegetable broth or a chicken broth is going to just infuse a little bit more flavor. All right. After we've incorporated all the ingredients together, we're just going to crank up our heat and bring it to a simmer. Now once it's boiling, then we're going to lower the heat. We're going to bring it all the way back down to low, and then we're going to put a lid on top of it, and we're basically going to simmer it for 10 minutes until all the water or all the liquid is absorbed. After 10 minutes is up, we're going to check it. This may or may not be done yet. So if you need to give it another 5 minutes or so to make sure all the liquid is absorbed, go ahead and let it stay on the heat for just a little bit longer. But once all this is cooked, then we'll be ready to assemble our bowls. Okay, so now we are at the fun part, the assembly. All right, so first thing we want to do is scoop some of our rice and our beans and onions into our bowl. To that, we're going to add a little bit of corn. This is a very high fiber meal, so it's going to be very filling. But now I told you in the beginning this was a vegetarian meal, but if you absolutely wanted some meat in here, feel free to add some chicken. It would be very tasty. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of the fresh pico de gallo on top because this tastes amazing. And finally, we're going to drizzle our avocado crema. Make sure you save the leftovers because this would be great on chicken or fish, if you have any leftovers. This part is my kids' favorite part. And then finally, we're just going to garnish with a little bit of that fresh cilantro. All right, excellent. And there you have it. Very easy, very quick weeknight meal that's both tasty and healthy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this dish as much as my family does, and we'll see you next week.